Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name's Phil Januszewski. That's Matt Makovich. We're from M&P Presentations, and we're here welcoming all our Train of Positivity Summit participants to the wonderful world of who we're interviewing today, which is Mr. Steve Dickman. Now, Steve, before we get into your message today and that, we want the audience to definitely know who you are, where you're coming from in that, and kind of your journey and pathway to where you are today. So, Stephen, thanks so much for your time. And from there, let us know what you're all about, my friend. Who are you?
My name's Steve. Hey, first of all, thank you for having me. This is an amazing opportunity to reach out and just shine for other people, and kind of share my journey with everyone. My name's Steve Dickman. I grew up in Ohio, small town Ohio. After high school, I decided to go off to the military. I went off to the military because essentially I just simply wanted my family to be proud of me. School was not my forte. Let's just say that. I was a hyperactive young man. And so I decided to do that. It was a great experience. I have a tremendous Navy family. After the Navy, it goes back to wanting someone to be proud of me. I decided to go to school and get my teaching degree because I looked up to my grandma. I believe in family first. I believe that as an administrator, I have to know my colleagues and their families and their struggles, because I know firsthand that life presents challenges, can make it extremely difficult. Getting into education has been the most rewarding decision I think that I've ever made, apart from marrying a wonderful lady and having two beautiful kids. But with going into education, I met a lot of wonderful kids along the way, a lot of wonderful families. And working in special education, I know firsthand some of the struggles, the unique struggles that people go through. We have to listen. We have to learn to listen, and we have to learn to be there for one another. It's been quite the journey. I would say, going back to my family situation, I have two kids, as I mentioned. The first one, Emma, she's an amazing young lady. She was born 2 pounds, 14 ounces. And it was a scary time for my wife and I. We, at some points, didn't know if she was going to make it. And we were down in the hospital for a while. And, there's a lot of what ifs. There's a lot of fears. And it's hard to be positive when you're in those moments. You have a choice. Choose to have hope. Choose to accept the challenge that has been presented to you, and you get around it. And eventually, things turned out to be pretty awesome.
And on the topic of that journey, Steve, you made reference to us before that you love ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things. Would you mind explaining to us, first of all, what that means exactly? Number two, when you've witnessed it, what you actually saw. And then lastly, what is the importance of people helping people?
I witnessed it down in the hospital. Obviously, our nurses and our doctors in this country overall, amazing superheroes. Heroes come in many shapes and sizes. My family's all my hero. My grandma's my hero. Ordinary people. I say ordinary people, even though I think we're all brilliant but our day to day, we get into our routines, and it's how we interact with each other, smiling, saying thank you. When I was teaching in my former school, our daughter had to have a surgery. And it's one of those moments so you don't know what's going on. And the students and staff stepped up to the plate, and they didn't have to. They created fundraisers and just did some remarkable things. I think we're all extraordinary.
And I think, Steve, that brings us perfectly into the next question. When our final question for you here is that positivity, it's important. It's something that drew us to you. We met through the world of Twitter, and we noticed your consistent positive messages and that were uplifting. And you were being that ordinary person, right? That was being an extraordinary hero to people by just encouragement in that. So just tell us a little bit about why you choose positivity and how that benefits you or other people's lives when they choose positivity.
Why wouldn't I? I think what's the alternative? The alternative is either nah, or the alternative is not to doom and gloom, and the doom and gloom takes it out of you. And I remember that when my daughter was little, I actually learned from her. the things that I worried about, but I stop and I realize that she's smiling and she's loving life. And a lot of the things that I'm stressing about are out of my own fears. You know, she took back surgery on like a champ, leg surgery on like a champ. I get life's too short to not have a little fun and accept things.
Awesome, Steve. And your journey, your family's journey has been absolutely extraordinary. And if there's people watching this right now who would like to get in touch with you to continue that conversation, to learn more about you and about your values, about your mission, how could people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I'm on Twitter. I love Twitter. I think it's a great way to network and help other people out and learn from others. So at Stephen Dickman, and so it's at STEPHEN DICKMAN at Stephen Dickman. And then my LinkedIn, you can look me up on LinkedIn as Stephen Dickman, assistant principal, trying to help other people.
Steve, we love it. Thank you so much for your time, for you being an extraordinary hero to us as we look up to all of your positivity and appreciate it. And also, thank you. Shout out for you and the service you've done for this country through the Navy. Thank you so much. Reach out to Steve and let him know, that you're here and that you're sharing positivity too. But everyone have a great one. And thanks again, Steve.
All right. Thanks, guys. You're awesome.
Thank you for joining us for the 2021 Train of Positivity Virtual Summit. If you have enjoyed this positive message, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If sharing, please don't forget to use the hashtag Train of Positivity. Continue to have a great day, and thanks again for tuning in.